What's going on? What's going on? I got to ask the real good baseball question. Jim Rice versus Albert Belle. Who had a better career? Two power hitters. And the funny thing is, their numbers aren't that dissimilar. It's almost identical. Rice played 2 more years total for his career. He did have a little bit of a longer prime. But when I look at his numbers, uh, 378 home runs, 290 batting average, 1224 runs batted in, Hall of Famer. Albert Belle, 381 home runs, uh, 295 batting average, and I think a little bit more of runs batted in. There wasn't a lot of dissimilar. So what's the difference? Well, Albert Belle wasn't liked. Well, he changed his name from Joey to Albert, and he flexed, and he didn't give them folks the time of day. Whereas Jim Rice was more, I like to say, more friendlier to the media, and they do hold it against you, which has nothing to do with your actual skill set, but it is politics and baseball, and it's just one of the reasons why some guys never will see Cooperstown. It is so driven in media, especially with sports. Sports is they want you to be a good, happy black player. That's what they want, and they hold it against you ad nauseum. So a lot of times, guys either i.e. gotta wait 30, 60 years to get in the Hall of Fame, or don't get head coaching jobs, or don't get endorsements. It's so much politics, and it's so nauseating. But when you look at the totality of their careers, it's pretty identical. And Albert Bell did get robbed out of MVP. Mo Vaughn got that one in '95, so that was crazy. Albert Bell, they almost won the World Series. Had they probably won a title, but I don't even know if that would have made a difference. It really is on how you play the game and how you play the game. Because all the criteria against Albert Bell are off the field. It's got nothing to do with on the field. His on the field production was right there. And I think this is a good comparison analysis because when you think about it, they're very much kind of similar power players, big time hitters, and situations who were part of teams that had good postseason runs, just didn't secure the chip, but definitely had long runs. So really, what is your argument? What's your criteria? And I always want to pull out the cap. One of the good things is when I compare players and I get asked about it, it's not so much, sometimes it is to say who I thought was better and what have you, but it's also to show the similarities. But then in this case, it shows you the media disdain. Jim Rice had to wait a long time before he got in, which was strange because he was one of the best players of his era in time. And when you do meteoric rises in numbers, next level's trajectory, it's kind of hard because the game has changed so much from when he played. So if you're equating the numbers that he put up when he was in his peak and his prime to what you got with these guys, he'd have been even more further along. But and in Fenway Park at that, with a great lineup. But same thing happened to Albert Bell. And so they had teammates. Rice had a Fred Lynn and a Yastrzemski. Albert Bell had, I want to say he had Kenny Lofton and he had Manny Ramirez. So you had complementary talent, you know. But it just comes down to the politics, which is a bunch of nonsense. The guy's a Hall of Famer, he's a Hall of Famer. But anyway, this was a good comparison. They're pretty much identical. Bell only got him by a couple. Though Rice played a couple more years, it's pretty evenly matched. So they both should be Hall of Famers. But you know how lame the baseball committee is and how whack they are. But this was a good question. Jim Rice versus Albert Bell and how their careers stacked up. And one's a Hall of Famer, one is not. They both should be. But you let me know what you think. Who did you think was the better player, Jim Rice versus Albert Bell? Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another share if you like, and hit that membership because when you do, requests like this come true. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.